Hi there, my name's Tyson Paris-Hansen, and you know what? You look special. You look like somebody who's working hard, who's doing great things for the world, for your community, but how are you sharing that work with others? How do you let people know? I mean, it's easier now more than ever to make a professional quality video with nothing more than a cell phone. And no, I'm not talking about, this old dinosaur. I'm talking about an iPhone. It wasn't that long ago that cell phone pictures and video looked like something you might see, from an ultrasound. Certainly brings back memories. But within less than 2 decades, cell phones are becoming a tool used by the rich and famous to make feature-length films, as well as your average American. Here's my family on their last vacation. And it's all thanks to what I've dubbed the magical roaming video suite that fits in a 20-ounce can. And I think that term's gonna catch on. But before I give you a tour of your cell phone's production potential, there are of course a few steps you can take before you start recording to make your video a winner. Sure, you could be the next Anderson Cooper. You could make the next Rocky. But for me, the phone is best for short videos, like 3 minutes. So to figure out what you want to say, or what story you want to tell, it helps to have a script. See, here's mine. Once you have a draft, it's going to be easier to know what your supporting visuals need to be. So you can go out and take pictures or get video. For example, let's say my script talks about making spaghetti. Then I might want to get some visuals of boiling noodles. Pro tip! When gathering supporting visuals, it helps to think in terms of a wide shot, medium shot, close up. Wide shots give viewers a sense of space and helps orient them. Medium shots are good for focusing attention on a specific subject, and close-ups are good eye candy. But they can also be quite informative and gross. If you balance these 3 shots, your video is going to be much more interesting. If you vary the wide, medium, and close, it'll just be more fun to watch. So let's write down some ideas in a shot list. And you're not trying to write Shakespeare, you're just going to give yourself a few simple notes, because you'll be surprised how much you can forget when you actually go out to record. So now that you have your list, your script, you're ready to go out and get some shots. And so many people have cell phones. We all know how to take pictures, record video, but you should hold your phone horizontally, because when your video's finished, it'll look better on a computer screen or TV. Once you have your script, you have your supporting visuals, we can dive into editing. So today we're going to use the iMovie app, but there are a lot of apps for Android and Apple that work in similar ways. iMovie does come preloaded on most iPhones. Okay, so here's your projects viewer. Let's just hit plus in the top left to create a new movie. And you could just start picking and automatically make stuff, but I'm going to just hit create movie in the bottom. And now here's an empty project. So let's hit the plus button on the left. And you can see we can choose from all sorts of media from this phone. Video, photos. It organizes it nicely. I'll just hit all. And now for each row, these are individual video clips, and it says how long they are. And if we click the top one, I can hit the play button and preview it. But I can also hit the plus, and it'll drop it into the timeline. Let's scroll back and forth. So let's add another clip. Now, any good editor, you need to be able to trim your clip, so you can just drag in the edges when you're previewing it and hit plus. But let's say you make a mistake and we need to, extend it. You can just trim it in the timeline or extend it. And now we have the beginning of a movie. But maybe this movie won't really make sense, so let's zoom out. You can do that by pinching your fingers together in the timeline, and let's rearrange the clips. So I can see both of them. Click the second one, click it again and hold, and you can just put it right on over to the other side. Now watch what happens as it transitions from one clip to the other. That's a dissolve. And I'm not a huge fan of that default transition, but by clicking it, you can change it. Let's see what a wipe looks like. So that's a push. But you know what? I just like a simple none. Sometimes simple is better. Just a hard cut. So we're not restricted to video. We can also add photos. So let's go back into the plus button, just back out of our video menu, and let's choose photos. I'll just choose all, and there's a photo of a humanoid person. And by default, you can do this Ken Burns effect where you can choose the start and end position of your picture by just clicking the back and forth, and then you can reposition your picture by moving it with your finger and zooming it. And now when you hit play, you get the nice Ken Burns effect. You know what? Maybe it's a little boring still. Let's add some audio. It does link to iTunes if you have iTunes on your phone, but we'll just choose the default theme music in iMovie. And I think this one will be fine. Let's just click use. We'll drop it in. It goes to the bottom audio track. Let's give it a listen. Okay, so it's sounding pretty good, but now let's put some information. Let's do a little voiceover. So we'll hit the plus, back out of our audio, and scroll down to where it says voiceover. And then this nice little menu pops up. You hit start, you can just record whatever, and when you're done, you can hit stop. Okay, so let's see our finished masterpiece. This is what is known as a slide. And this slide isn't your average slide, it has a twist in it, so we'll call it a twisty slide. Okay, you get the idea. Just we'll say it's done, hit done in the top left, and now you can see there's a place at the bottom to share this video. We can save the video to our photos. We can also upload it to YouTube, which I think is super convenient. And you know, there are some other tricks that we can go over later, but for now, just bask in the glory of possibly your first steps on the path to becoming my unpaid intern. Well, and one other surprise, just know that everything you saw in this video was recorded, edited, everything using an iPhone. So thanks for watching.